Hey guys, welcome back to SOSOxCO. So today we are going to do a Cancun Q&A. I posted on my Instagram what questions would you guys like for me to answer in my Q&A, and I got several questions, so we're going to touch on the questions that people asked me, and also I came up with a couple of questions that people didn't ask, so I was just like, okay, this might be beneficial for someone who is interested in going to Cancun during COVID. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So on my phone I have, the questions. That's why I'm gonna be looking down on my phone. So question number 1, did you have to test for COVID? So we did get tested for COVID. You had to have the test done 1 to 3 days prior to departure date. I left on a Thursday. January 7th, and we went on Monday to get tested. You didn't have to do the PCR. The PCR is the more intrusive test where they put the swab up your nose further than the rapid test. So I didn't have to do that. With the PCR, you get your results back 3 to 5 days. I'm not sure. Yeah, 3 to 5 days. So we only got the rapid test. We had our results 15 minutes after we got tested. So question number 2 is, where did you stay? So we stayed at the Royalton Rivera Cancun. I'm gonna insert clips for you so you guys to see how beautiful this resort is. This resort is absolutely beautiful. I stayed here also in Mexico, Royalton. So honestly, wherever I go, if I'm going anywhere and I see Royalton, that's where I'm staying, because when I tell you this resort is beautiful in Cancun, Mexico, and it's beautiful in Jamaica. So it's an all-inclusive resort, which means that when you get there, you don't pay anything. You don't buy anything. The only thing you buy is gifts, like souvenirs, but food is included, drinks is included. We had the room where it was a swim-out pool, and I really enjoyed having the swim-out pool because of COVID, obviously, you want a vacation somewhere beautiful, and you want to also still be safe. So we were still able to social distance. The pool boy, he would come, he will see us outside in the pool, and he'll ask, what do you want? Like, what drinks do you want? And he'll make the drinks, and then he'll come bring the drinks to us. So I really thought, like, you didn't have to leave your room for anything. You didn't have to leave your room for even food, because you can order food to the room. Obviously you left because you want to visit the area, but it was just perfect. Perfect. We didn't go to the big pool because there were people there, and you still wanted to social distance, so it was really nice to have a swim out pool room. So question number 3, where did you stay? I responded to that. I said Royalton Rivera Cancun, all-inclusive resorts. And if you've gone to, this is the question continuing, and if you've gone to Cancun before, were there differences time? So I actually never been to Cancun prior to this, so I can't really answer that question. What is the price for the hotel stay? How were the workers? So the price, we stayed 3 nights and I paid $478. It is a bit more expensive because I'm pretty sure if I had stayed like 5 days, it would have been about $600. But like I said, it's expensive before getting there, but I don't think that's that expensive, but I know it's more expensive than if you were to stay at an Airbnb. But let's compare and contrast. So you pay a cheaper price if you go to Mexico and you stay at an Airbnb. Yes, it may be a little cheaper for Airbnb. I didn't check out Airbnb, so I'm not exactly sure of the price range for Airbnb, but I always know that Airbnb is a little cheaper than a resort. So yes, you get an Airbnb and it's cheaper. However, you still have to get food there, you still have to get drinks there, you know. So it does kind of add up to if you stay with a resort. If you stay at a resort and you pay up front before you get to the trip, up front, more money. But once you're there, you know that you're not spending anything. The only thing that you're going to spend is on the excursions, and I'll, you know, talk about the excursions that we did later on, but that's all you're paying for. So it's like, do you want to pay up front a lot of money, or do you want to spend money there while you're on the trip? So it's like resort or Airbnb, like, you know, you got to pick. There's pros and cons for everything. So it's all up to you. I prefer resorts just because it's all inclusive, and like you get your food there, and like the pool boy brings you the drinks. Like, I prefer that, you know. I'm a little princess, so actually queen, sorry, I'm a little queen. The question also says, how were the workers? So the workers, honestly, I really like the workers. Like the first time we were there, we had a waiter. His name is Omar. So if you go to Royalton Riviera Resort, tell him, so he probably don't even know my name, but just ask for Omar. The first night we went to the buffet, and he was working there the first night, and when I tell you, this man, every time I took the shot, there was another shot coming to me. Every time I finished my drink, there was another drink coming to me. He kept it coming. And he found out it was one of my friend's birthday, and he was like, oh, it's your birthday. He got us lit, honey. Like, we didn't even have to ask. He was just coming. And sometimes we'll be like, no, we just want water. And he's just like, you're on vacation, you're not in America anymore, so enjoy the trip. No, I'm gonna get you a margarita, and I'm gonna get you a tequila. And he's just top best waiter. Like, I loved him. So we loved him so much to the point where the next day we asked him, we were just like, where are you going to be the next day? And he said he was going to be at the Italian spot. So we did a reservation, and we met him at the Italian spot. He did the same thing. He was like, you gonna get lit, right? Like, you know, in his little Mexican accent, but he was still like, you gonna get lit, right? You want tequila? Tequila sunrise, margarita, yes, coming up. And so I think the workers were they're really nice. So I really enjoyed everything about that resort. Okay, so the next question is pros and cons of the destination. I don't really have cons of the destination. I mean, the con would be like, I don't speak Spanish, so sometimes, like, on my flight back, I traveled alone because they went to Tulum and I had to go home to my baby. So I traveled alone back, and I didn't have my contacts in my eyes because I honestly don't know what happened. Like, the first night I used up all my contacts, so I didn't have my contacts in my eyes when I was traveling back, and I needed directions, and they don't speak English. So like, we're kind of like, she's talking Spanish, I'm talking English, and we're both looking at each other like, I found my way back obviously because I'm in America, but I think that's the con. But at the same time, that's not really a con, because when you come to America, not everyone speaks another language. So I'm in their home country, so it's like, that's not really a con. I don't know, I don't really have cons for the destination, like Cancun. Like, I really enjoyed everything about Cancun. Yeah, I can't think of any cons. But let's get into the pros. The pros, I have a lot of pros, honey. So the pros is, I felt safe. I felt super safe. Not like safe obviously wise, like crime wise, and safe as in COVID wise, because as soon as you get to that resort, you have to wipe your foot. And I don't know how, like, COVID with your foot, I never heard anything about your feet being contaminated, but whatever. You wipe your foot. Maybe it's because of cleanness, but I was thinking because of COVID, but whatever. Once we got out of the taxi, we wiped our foot, and then sprayed us down with, I'm pretty sure it was a hand sanitizer. Sprayed us down with hand sanitizer and also gave us hand sanitizer to wipe our hands. And I know some places in America, they have the hand sanitizing wipe there. Not wipes, but they have the hand sanitizer there, but they don't enforce it. In Mexico, they enforce it. You can't enter their restaurant without a mask, and you cannot enter without hand sanitizer. So I felt super safe. They said, like, you know, they clean, they, like, obviously the waiter told us, like, you know, they clean, they wipe down everything. I did see them doing that, and I don't know if everyone's did that, but I did see them, like, wiping down before we sat right in front of us. So I felt really safe. So that's honestly a pros for me. Another pro is that the resort, they had the activity center there. So when we went to book our excursion, we just went to the activity center and we booked the excursion. It might have been a little more expensive because we did it at the resort, but at the same time I didn't really mind because that's the only thing I spent. I'll get into the excursion, more information in the excursion later on, but that's the only thing I spent, so I didn't really mind. It was more convenient. I'm all about convenience, okay? So if I spend a little, like $20 on convenience, I ain't really mind. So we went up the stairs for the excursions. What else is a pro? Another pro would be, oh, when we got off the flight, we the taxi from the hotel, we had booked a taxi from the hotel, so he was waiting outside for us, and he took us to the resort. So we didn't have to, like, you know, we didn't have to get an Uber. So someone from the resort picked us up. So that's a pro for me. I'm all about convenience, like I said. I don't really like to, it's a foreign country, so, you know, I don't know what I'm doing, so I really enjoy that. Like, it was just always like bang bang bang, like easy to get to. So what another pro is, it's beautiful. The place is absolutely beautiful. And one thing about me is I don't like the beach, and the beach was super clean. The beach was clean to the point where I spent 3 hours at the beach. And one thing about me, I don't like the beach, okay? I hate the beach. Maybe I hate America's beach, but I hate the beach. The beach is dirty. You keep the sand on you for days, but the beach was beautiful. The place is beautiful. Mexico is beautiful. That's the pro. Like, just go there. If you want to go, just go. It's absolutely beautiful. The workers are super nice. Like, I really don't have any cons. I'm thinking about it and I don't have any cons. But let's move on to the questions that I prepared. The currency. The currency in Mexico is pesos. So it's pesos, but they also take American dollars. The flight was about 3 hours, 2 hours and 44 minutes there, and I think it was I think 3 hours and 44 minutes there, and then 2 something back. So about 3 hours. The cost of the flight was $346. So in total 346. So in total 346 plus 478. How much is that? I'm not good at math, so I'm gonna use my calculator. That was $824 in total. So less than $1,000, and I stayed there for 3 days. It was an inclusive resort, so $800. I thought that was a good deal, so I was like, okay, let's go. I don't know if anybody cares, but we did fly Delta Airlines. Actually, guys, I made a mistake. So 3 nights for $478 per person. So my portion was $478, but in total it was $1478 for 3 nights. So it is a little expensive, but my portion, I paid $346 plus $478, and that was $824. And we split it by 3. There was 3 of us, so $1,400 divided by 3, $1,478 divided by 3 was $478. So I don't know, I didn't think it was that bad. So let's get into excursions. So they had the ATV, zip lining, horseback riding, and cenote. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but cenote. So I only did the ATV because I tried to do zip lining, y'all, and I couldn't do it. Like, first of all, I have a fear of heights. So the only reason why I go on flights is, how else am I going to travel the world? But I have a fear of flights. I have a fear of heights. So I didn't do zip lining. Like, I got on the line and then, y'all, I started crying. I was like in tears. I was like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. And my cousin, she tried to push me and I was like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. But she did zip lining. She really enjoyed it. It didn't seem that high looking at it, but when I got there looking down, I was like, oh no, I can't do it, I can't do it. So I did ATV, and when I did ATV, and that thing flipped over me, okay? I got bruises. That thing flipped over me. I guess I'm a terrible driver. I do know that I'm a terrible driver, but I thought ATV, it was just whatever. I flipped over, but it was fun. I would do it again, okay? I will do ATV again. And if I flip over, I flip over because I had fun. Horseback riding. We get to do a horseback riding because it was a package. So the package was $100 US, and like I said this prior in the video, that it probably was a little more expensive because obviously they have to get commission, and we did it at the resort, so we probably paid a little more than it is, but at the same time, convenience. I didn't really mind. I only spent $100 the whole trip. I was like, okay, take it, $100, whatever. So the package was ATV, zip lining, or cenote, or ATV, horseback riding, or cenote. Like, it was, you couldn't do all four. Cenote was always included, horseback riding, or it was cenote, horseback riding, or you could do ATV or zip lining. So you couldn't do all four, and if you wanted to include the horseback riding, it was an extra $20, so it would have been $120. I already horseback ride in Cuba, when I went to Cuba, so I was like, I never really did ATV, zip lining, and cenote, so I was more interested in doing those three, even though I didn't do zip lining. But next trip, I'm gonna do zip lining, okay? I'm gonna do it. Maybe, but I'm gonna do it. We didn't get to go to the cenote because you are in a group. You're in a group, so you know, you follow along with the group. My friends, they wanted to do ATV twice, so we kind of like forfeited, that's how you say it, forfeited doing cenote. And also after the ATV, I got injured, and I was like, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do anything else. I'm good to sit here. And I didn't discuss this, but when you book with at the activity center in the resort, you get picked up at the resort. They bring you there, and they also pick you up, and whoever you are with on the bus is whoever you go back with. So like I said, the group, you had to stay with your group. We ended up splitting up, but at the end, once it was time to be picked up, you gotta go. So yeah, we didn't get to do cenote. My friend and my cousin did ATV twice, and my cousin did zip lining, so that was her 3. I only did ATV. Yeah, I only did ATV. Wow. So I guess I spent $100 just to do ATV. Whatever. It was like the place where all the excursions are held. It was beautiful, honestly. They had drinks there, so we were taking shots, getting drunk, and they also provide food at the end. It was rice and beans and some kind of meat. I think it was chicken. All I know is that I devoured that. That was good. And one thing I would say is that that food at the resort, the food at the excursion spot was better than the resort. And I get that, because when you're in a resort they kind of Americanize their food, but the resort was the countryside, so you really got like the Mexican food, and I love me some Mexican food. Okay, I love Mexican food, so I really liked it. Damn, I'm thinking about it and I want it again. Okay, y'all, so that's it for this video. I hope I responded to everything. If I did not, please comment down below and I'll, respond to your questions. Definitely, you can DM me on Instagram and I'll respond. But I hope if you're thinking of going to Cancun, you go, honey. Go. It's beautiful and I felt safe. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.